Pregnancy begins when a mature egg is released from the ovary and begins its journey through the fallopian tube. Here, the sperm meets the egg, resulting in fertilization. After fertilization, the developing embryo travels toward the uterus, where implantation begins and early placental development starts. After implantation, the embryo begins a remarkable transformation. Its cells rapidly organize, forming the early foundations of the developing body. By week 3, the embryo begins establishing its basic body plan. The early nervous system and other essential structures start developing. By week 4, the neural tube develops further, while the early heart and circulatory system begin forming within the embryo. By week 5, development accelerates. The brain grows rapidly, while the first tiny limb buds begin appearing on the developing embryo. By week 6, early facial structures become more defined, while the developing arms and legs continue to grow and take shape. During weeks 7 and 8, the brain, face, limbs, and internal organs continue developing rapidly, while the body becomes increasingly recognizable. By week 9, the developing baby is called a fetus. The face becomes more defined, while the fingers and toes continue developing. By weeks 11 and 12, the body becomes clearly recognizable. The brain, organs, limbs, and facial structures continue developing and maturing. Around week 14, the fetus enters the second trimester, continuing to grow as its bones strengthen and body systems mature. By weeks 15 to 16, facial features become clearer, the limbs grow stronger, and the fetus begins responding to sounds. By weeks 19 to 20, facial features become more defined, hearing develops further, and fetal movements become increasingly coordinated. During weeks 17 and 18, the fetus grows rapidly as the nervous system, muscles, and bones continue developing and becoming more coordinated. During weeks 21 and 22, movements become stronger, swallowing develops, and the lungs continue their important maturation. By weeks 23 and 24, the fetus continues gaining body fat, while the lungs and nervous system keep developing. During weeks 25 and 26, the nervous system continues maturing, while the fetus responds more consistently to sounds and movement. By weeks 27 and 28, the brain and lungs continue maturing, while the fetus gains more body fat and prepares for the third trimester. At week 28, the third trimester begins. The brain develops rapidly, movements become stronger, and the fetus continues gaining weight. By weeks 31 to 32, the brain continues maturing, while the senses become more developed, and movements grow stronger. By weeks 33 to 34, the bones and muscles strengthen, while the fetus continues growing and gaining weight. During weeks 35 to 36, the fetus gains more body fat, becoming fuller as the brain and lungs continue to mature. At week 37, the baby reaches early term, while the brain and lungs continue developing in preparation for birth. At week 38, the brain and lungs continue maturing, while the baby settles into position for birth. At week 39, the baby is full term, continuing final maturation, while preparing for birth. By week 40, the baby is fully developed and ready for birth, marking the end of the third trimester.